Hey guys, how's it going? So, bit of some good news, some bad news. So, today I just finished moving out to a new place or whatnot. Hey, it's much bigger or whatnot, but bit of some bad news all too is that the place has been properly taken care of. Some very, I wouldn't say some very stable people back then. When the place where this was actually rented by another guy and whatnot. I'm actually right now just sleeping on the ground because I just moved, all my stuff in, but we just hadn't enough time, to set up. As you can see as well too, I'm sleeping on the ground. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but I'll have to do. And also, yes, I'm pretty tired as well too, whatnot. I was gonna say as well too that when I first, saw this place, it was on the online, let's say, shop and whatnot, like. My mother saw it and just kept pulling my leg. Hey, 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 let's go to this place. Hey, hey, hey. Much better place or not. Catch is, we never saw the place, in person. And only after then that we started, to sign off, to move out or not and so on. And some things, I've kind of got cut up to me or whatnot. Like I already said about the Kyle, haven't I? About the guy that drinks Monster Energy beer and stable, edgy and whatnot, likes to destroy drywalls and whatnot. Thing is, that I've seen, some of the damage, that this guy caused and whatnot. I even got, with the landlord. Me and I, we talked a bit, on just what the hell's going on. And guess what? At first, there was one hole, right? One hole in the ground, which is pretty bad. He didn't like that because drywall is pretty fucking expensive. It's lengthy and everything to repair. But the same hole was bigger, and now there's more than one hole around the place. Two holes in the living room, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I was thinking one in the bathroom. That was for sure. Some of them on the way downstairs, to the basement. And what else? And there was also some holes, on the way down to the basement too. Like, the kind of holes, there's just a perfect circle. Well, a perfect circle of someone just slamming out the door, with those round doorknobs so hard. It carved up hole in the wall. At least now, we're also having to take care of that too. We also did manage, to get a proper paint job in the wall too, as you can see here. It's a nice tone of gray, I'd say. So if I see, we're giving out in this place a very, very good retouch, per se, and I'm pretty happy about how the work we've been doing so far. But the thing is, about this work is that it's been cutting on all on quite a bit of my resting time. But no, as you can see, my oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Besides, not to mention too, the contract that I got myself into was what was it again? It was doing some maintenance, but not just machinery maintenance, cleaning maintenance for for a warehouse by I would say the best placement agency I've ever been with. But the thing is, with this coronavirus or whatnot, some things, have been definitely been getting up to me or whatnot. First off, that all the disinfecting that me, my supervisor, and my other coworkers have to do is pretty insane and whatnot because they don't want, nobody getting sick and whatnot and spreading to others and so on, because then shut down their place and we're out of a job until then. And, time is all too, because there aren't enough hours in the day, for one. There are not enough hours in a day, for one, per se. Because, sure, even before, the bosses and whatnot were even even worried about the coronavirus, we actually did a lot of things, in time or not in timely fashion. It was actually pretty good. And yes, and what else was it? Uh, I mean, sure, there's plenty of time, to get a lot of things done and whatnot. And, going inside not necessarily inside the machinery, but, I mean, like, for one, just have to say as well, too, that this place, that I'm, well, cleaning per se, has one hell of a giant robot, a robot that organizes, products. It has a huge library of like products filled with tubs and everything, and the arm goes around listening to kind of like the, let's say, the map when you go on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, they'll point a map or not. Works pretty much in the same way, whatnot. It's pretty cool, I must say. And sure, just a bit of some areas or two, and some other works go in to separate some products, whatnot. For shipping or not, after from the cardboard boxes and so on. It's pretty amazing, I must say. And what else was there too? Because yeah, sometimes well too. I mean, with this coronavirus panic whatnot, which leaves more work for me to do, is to essentially just disinfect every single thing the hand touches: doorknobs, emergency switches, levers, buttons, you name it. Everything, you touch your hand on the damn thing. It's more work as well too. It's much more stressful. And yeah. Oh, not only that, not only just is it stressful by itself, but as I said, of course, for time it was whatnot too. Now, of course, I mean, I've seen some people around here that, I mean, they can get up pretty early in the morning, no problem whatsoever. Me? I get up at 5 a.m. in the morning, have to drive around while it's still dark, dodge, some, traffic, obeying the traffic laws and whatnot. What else? Not to mention as well too that oh, for fuck's sake, low battery mode. Fuck. And not to mention as well too that how can I say? There's also been even more some. I mean, just like the death hour that I remember. Yeah, the death hour that goes from midnight till 6 a.m. because that's where all the dangerous drivers go about, speeding down and whatnot. Yeah, and so, I mean, yeah, I mean, you usually know I'm like fully awake or not, and I'm out and driving around like 6 a.m., 6:30 ish. It's no fun for me and whatnot, but some of the people over here I heard they get up at fucking 4 in the morning and whatnot. But yeah, I get it all too. I mean, how some people, like you watch it all too, like, oh, I've been working this place for over 30 years and I've been getting up at 3 a.m. with no problem or not. I get that all too. The problem is, well, too, is that when you graduated out of college and have basically no work experience, you're basically a baby, per se. You don't know much, not much experience, whatnot, and so on and so forth. But at the same time, I mean, given with the coronavirus and the situation and whatnot, it really makes me think and whatnot. If I should say, if some things would go as they usually would be and whatnot, because so far, I mean, how 2020 started, some tension with Iran. Oh shit, tensions with Iran. And I mean, yeah, Iran and whatnot. Shit, what was it? The coronavirus? Shit, man, I don't know. There's been so many things going on. I can't remember properly to keep track of these things so far. but on my personal self or not, I've been working out well. I mean, pretty stressed out as you can see. But I'm kind of say getting things done slowly, but stressfully and whatnot. In a way that I won't have myself a stroke and whatnot. It's going actually, things been going pretty smooth, thankfully. But I don't know how things are gonna go, and I'm just letting know as well too, because I mean, don't know if how things are gonna go. You know how, given how 2020 started out, right? Don't forget about that one. Besides, I mean, I might be even poking at a little something, that's been bothering me up for a little for quite a while, whatnot. Sure, I know, like I did promise some topics on the like the, let's say, like scooter driving, live life in a small town and whatnot. I'll get to that in a bit later on. I just gotta make sure this one gets updated first before I dive into some of the things whatnot. Just basically like I'll say small 11-minute video. So I'll see you then in the next video.